Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Type 64. It's a Tier 6 Chinese premium light tank. It's located on the south spawn of Cliff Encounter, and it's under the command of Wazwulf of QU1NN clan. Now this is basically a combination of a Hellcat and an M42 Duster. Game on! I mean, they say light tank, but it's actually a tank destroyer type combination. The Taiwanese actually liked the Hellcats they got from the Americans, and they wanted to keep using them because the turrets were still good, but the hulls were all worn out. So what they did is they took the M42 Duster, which was a chassis used for an anti-aircraft gun, and they fitted the Hellcat turret to it. So you've got a 76mm main gun, which is capable of doing 115 alpha and working his way up there. Very vulnerable at this point, and the enemy failed to get any shots on him. Yes, it's, as I said, it's 76mm main gun, which is capable of 115 alpha, 128mm pen, and a fairly decent or good aiming or speed, shell speed. Now the thing's actually quite fast, 72.4 kilometers an hour, so very fast around the battlefield. And as a light tank, it's a really good one because, of course, being a premium means you earn extra credits. So you can actually play this as a spotter and complete all your spotter or light tank missions. And you can see at the moment he's spotted a few, including a T-3485. Gets a nice round into him for low roll for 110. He was spotted, so enemy Arty might try to have a go at him because there's two Artys on the enemy team, a Hummel and an SU-8. And there's one of them firing. Don't know which one yet. We'll have to work out where they are, who they are. He's spotting a few of the enemy and where they're going. T-34 again, clipped him on the rear. Nice high roll that time. He's also spotted a T-34-100 constructor who's going around the cliff edge, keeping fairly mobile, so he never stay in the same spot twice for any length of time, because if you do, enemy RT will pay attention and you will get wiped out. But of course he needs to be spotted in order to do that. Because this is a light tank, it's actually got the same camo when it's moving as when it's stationary. The last Type 64 that was ever made was actually made in 1979. Apparently they're still in storage. They actually still have some of them. What they've done is they've upgraded them now with laser rangefinders. So if the Chinese were ever silly enough to actually try and invade Taiwan, I think they would have a lot of problems, because this little light tank is very small, very fast, and very accurate. And despite the fact that the Chinese do have new tanks and a lot, I think they will still have difficulty. I think, in fact, actually, the Chinese really do not want to ever invade. Oh, he's looking this way, and he misses. Takes a swing, misses. That's a good one. It would be a big mistake for the Chinese to ever try and invade Taiwan. They ought to try and entice them to join China. But unfortunately, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Bit of a mistake. Oh, now that guy actually went unspotted, but yes, we were seen, I think, and that's the danger, because of course if you try and then push to try and spot him and he can see you, then you might end up getting holed. Okay, this bush is good. Use this. There he is. Hello. One round in. Low roll. He's almost up to 1,000 hit points of damage so far. Ooh, now that T-34-100 took a swing at us. And you've got to remember, he's got a 100mm gun, so yes, he does quite a bit extra damage. But look at this, he's using auto aim on. No, he's manually doing it now. doing very well. He's actually doing this exceptionally well, because he keeps popping out every now and then for good situational awareness. The T-34-100 was taken out by the UDAs in the end. He's up in the sniper's nest. Now, we don't have to worry so much about the capping at the moment, because, of course, this is an encounter game. Takes twice as long to cap. Oh, hit the tracks. That's better. Low roll, though. Now, although the enemy only has 6 tanks left, they do have one sniper, the Vipera. And he might be over in the sniper's... No, he's not over in the sniper's nest. We've just located where he is. He's actually down near the cap. And so he's not a threat to us. We've got no threat from their sniper's nest at all, as far as I can see. Counting off the tanks, we know the Arty is not near the cap. And we know the Object 274 is actually over on the donuts, which means that the enemy does have 3 tanks down by the cap and nobody else. We can't see one of the enemies. Just trying to think which one is it the VK3002D that we can't see? Now we can see him, and now the Arty's paying attention. So we need to be careful. That one bounced off. The VK's coming up to meet us, but that... Actually, no, he's not coming up because he's very low on hit points. And in fact, if we keep him spotted, our Arty should be able to nail him. So now they do have the advantage, and the enemy's even trying to hide because they can see him looking down on them, and they're fearing that a shell's going to come in and finish them off very quickly. The T-29 is a one-shot. The Vipera's got more. Oh, that one didn't go through the armor, but you see that T-29 is looking for a shot, and in fact that means our Arty should get a good hit on him. Try to auto-aim in. The Arty hits him. 30 hit points still on. Arty's trying to fire at us and misses. They did aim for the spot where we were. And the AMX-13 F3AM takes out the T-29 for us. And so we get the spotting off that one. This is 274 at long range. Shell velocity at long range, as I said, 700, over 700, means that we have to lead the target sometimes if they're moving fast. Now they're still capping, but again, it's really not significant because after all, this is encounter. It takes twice as long. There's the Vipera. We can take out the VK3002D with one shot because he's so low. He's auto-aimed on. He's trying to get the angle. He can't get the angle. Oh, and we take a big hit from the Vipera because we were stationary for too long. I'm surprised the Arty didn't try to take us as well. But look at the Arty on our team are firing in. They're having a hell of a time because, of course, they're getting loads of good spotting. They keep them lit. That's it. Keeps that Vipera lit because that Vipera is what we want Arty to take out for us. And they are doing it. They are aiming for him. Of course, the Vipera has also got all the cap points, which means that our Arty are looking for their defender medal. And that's something... Oh, he's got a shot. Oh, no, it didn't go through the armor. I think that one hit the tracks. Enemy Arty's tried to nail our guys. We've only got 6 tanks left now as well. You can see how hard Wazwulf is working on this. He really is working hard. That VK's still there. He could go down this side here. And once he gets to the bottom, nail that VK. But he's being very careful not to lose any hit points. He's done it. Oh, we take a round from the VK, but yes, we get one into him. He got 200 hit points off us, which is now means we've only got 11 hit points left. And we are a one-shot. So he maneuvered like mad there, zigzagging to try and get away from the Vipera, who must be focusing on him. You can see that Vipera. Oh, look, we've got lovely shots on the Vipera. He's going up into their sniper's nest. He found the enemy Arty. Okay, now take him out. 1. Pull back. 2. Kill shot. Yes, gets him. That's his second kill of the game, but now he can take out the Vipera, and the Vipera can't do much about it. So, where are you, Mr. Vipera? And we can't see him. View range for this tank is 390 meters. So we should be able to see him if we get a little bit closer. That was the enemy Arty trying to have a go. The last remaining Arty, the SU-8. So he's decided to get a bit closer just to see where that Vipera is. And he's actually now platooned with the UDAS 03. Now, where is that SU-8 again? Unfortunately, the Vipera and the Object 274 are determined to kill Wazwulf. And they're both coming to try and get him. Vipera's sitting on the edge of the cliff. The 274's on the edge as well. And we're going after the SU-8 as fast as we can. There he is. Auto aim on. Okay, now get behind him. That's it. Oh, 2 shots to kill. Oh, and he didn't do it right. The SU-8 should have just backed up and swiveled on the spot to get the kill, but he didn't do that. He tried to come forward and do it. And so Wazwulf managed to survive with 3 kills now. He needs the UDAS to get a kill so that we can then get a brothers in arms. And it looks like the UDAS is trying to do his best. The Object 274 is on his way over. Now, if the UDAS can get close enough or take out the Vipera, we can get that brothers in arms. But that 274 is on the way. Wazwulf is nicely in the bush, but we're going to get auto spot any second. There he is. Oh, that was Arty helping us. 1 shell goes into the tracks. And the 274 takes us out and takes away the brothers in arms. And we get the replay. Yeah, we didn't have enough health left. And went right through our upper plate, which is, of course, only 25.4 millimeters thick. And so, therefore, nothing we could do about that. Good try by Wazwulf. Nothing else he could do. The UDAS, instead of actually shooting at the rear of the Vipera, has actually gone up on top of the cliff. I guess he just now wants to snipe from there. Meanwhile, both our Arty are on the move. FV304 going... No, he's not gone into the sniper's nest. In fact, it looks like they are going on the long route around the hill. No, the AMX is going up into the sniper's nest instead. UDAS can't see our the enemy at the moment. He is full health, though. That's one good thing. Well, we can't really see much from here, so I'll take it to free cam, and we'll move over to the cap area just to see what's going on. And we can hear that the enemy is now capping again. The Vipera on the enemy team's gone up on top of the hill, and now we can see what's going on. Let's try and get close enough. We see the UDAS does take a big hit, but this is the two of them jockeying off against each other. Okay. And the UDAS gets taken out by the 274. And you can see both Artys. Well, it looks to me like this one's going down to the wire because we're already under 2 minutes. And now that we lost the UDAS, it means now that it's possibly going to end up as a draw. There's not enough time for both of the enemy to cap, so they have to try and win by killing all of our team. But they don't know exactly where all of our members are. They probably guess where one of them is. When that shell came in and hit the Vipera, he would have known that somebody was in the sniper's nest. So I'm going to move over to the sniper's nest area. Okay, there's the FB304. There's the AMX13F3AM. We're down to 15 seconds, and this one's going to end up as a draw. No way the enemy could cap out. And here comes the Vipera. He's going to find the FB304. But he does get hit by the AMX13F3, and that is a draw. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Wazwulf of Quinn in the Type 64. He managed to get a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this game. He managed to get 6, and he got a Pascucci's medal because he killed both enemy SPGs. He took out the Hummel, and then he took out the SU-8. And his win rate from that game, 11,361. He did his best to try and help his teammates to win, but sadly, unfortunately, in the end, he got wiped out. And after that, his teammate in the UDES wasn't up to taking out the Vipera and the 274. And in the end, it just turned out to be a draw. We look at team score. We can see the highest damage was, in fact, from the Object 274A. He managed to pick up a high caliber steel wall and a top gun for 4,704 hit points of damage. Second highest damage went to the Kari on our team, who picked up a top gun and 4,367 hit points of damage. And the third highest, well, that goes to the Vipera on the enemy team, 2,724 hit points of damage. Wazwulf was actually fourth on damage with 2,282, and of course he got the Pascucci's medal. When it came to kills, it was shared because the Kari and the Object 274A both got top guns, 6 kills. 3 kills went to Wazwulf and also to the Hummel on the enemy team, so it was good play, although he didn't get a lot in hit points. So I think he was probably picking off enemy tanks that were immobilized or badly damaged, and he just finished them off with a nice little splash. And 2 kills went to the UDES on our team and the Vipera on the enemy team, so both tank destroyers there. When it came to base XP, we can see it's the 274 that benefits here. 1,002 base experience points went to us, to him. He's the only one to get over 1,000 base, with Wazwulf getting 895 and the Kari getting 748. He fired 35 rounds of ammunition. You actually get 45 rounds of ammunition in the Type 64, which is more than enough for your needs, although it's less than you would get from some of the versions of the Hellcat, because there are various gun combinations on the Hellcat with differing amounts of ammunition. In fact, it's actually can be useful to have the 76mm gun, which is the standard gun installed on Hellcats, because you do get more ammo. If you go for the 90mm gun, which was only installed on one Hellcat ever, you don't get that many rounds of ammunition, but you do get more if you go for the 76mm, and you get a faster fire rate, but of course you do less damage. So 35 shots fired, he got 33 direct hits and 21 penetrations. 2,282 hit points of damage, of which 593 were at more than 300 meters. So a bit of sniping, but most of it was at close range. 4 hits received, 3 penetrations. This light tank does not have much in the way of armor. The Duster was not meant as a tank-on-tank battle hull. It was actually really an anti-aircraft gun, so it was supposed to move about and just carry the anti-aircraft gun with it. It wasn't expecting to be hit by anything with a high caliber. 1 non-penetration probably hit the tracks, and 1 hit by way of splash damage from the enemy Arty. 7 enemy vehicles spotted, 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, 671 hit points of spotting assist. On a premium count, Wazwulf made 63,844 credits, but he did get a mission completion of 40,000 in there, so 23,844 from the battle after expenses. He got 25 bonds for another mission achievement, and he took away 2,780 experience points out of this one as well. So yes, tank Arty players do play tanks as well, and Wazwulf has a bit of fun in his Type 64. It's one of those tanks you can actually just pick up, even if you're not an experienced player, you can go to the gift shop or the premium shop and buy one of these, although it just takes a little time to actually get used to it. It's not as small as an ELC M90, of course, that fits into a bush quite nicely, but the Type 64 does its job very effectively. You just need to remember it's basically what a standard Hellcat should have actually looked like or worked like, because of course the standard Hellcat with a 76mm gun is actually what they put into action in the European theatre. They didn't put the 90mm into action. It was only a test version. So yes, unless of course you run the 76mm gun on your standard Hellcat, the tech tree version of the Hellcat, then you actually a Type 64 is basically the Hellcat on steroids when it comes to premium. So you're actually getting more credits. And I wish in the sense that they did make a proper Hellcat, the original Hellcat, but they actually put the Super Hellcat into the game as a premium with 90mm, but at the wrong tier, in order to force people to use premium ammo to get anything out of it. Well done to Wazwulf, Ace Tanker. If you enjoyed that battle, please give it a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.